We all have a part to play when it comes to ensuring that children in our communities are thriving and that inequitable and disparate outcomes are dissolved from the earliest stages of life through the stages of early career. The KConnect structure was created to bring people together from all sectors to do just that. Within this cross-sector collaborative structure is the Board of Trustees that was originally created to provide fiduciary and executive oversight and to support KConnect's backbone entity. However, with the common agenda completed and the domain work groups now focusing on strategy development, the opportunity arose to consider ways in which, through a lens of adaptive leadership for systems, the Board of Trustees could help to accelerate the system-level changes being illuminated by KConnect's work groups. This was the inspiration for the Board of Trustees Leadership Experience, an 8-month adaptive leadership training that has helped to equip the trustees to be effective ambassadors for KConnect's system-level work, through practices that reinforce listening with empathy, advocating for equity, welcoming inquiry, and holding a clear focus on systemic issues. This experience has shifted the way that the trustees interact not only with each other, but in their overall role aimed at ensuring a consistent mindset of how might we be in service to the whole of KConnect.
The board leadership experience of KConnect is one where we have been really, what I would say, doing a deep dive on some key issues of our relationship with one another. So it's been important because we are dealing with some very, very key issues in our community.
It is starting at the heart and building trust between the board members. I think we all come from a good place, but it really makes you dig deep and be vulnerable. I think there's been a lot of vulnerability, and seeing that within each other allows us to kind of get to that next level.
We're being intentional about what it takes to lead this work. This is different work than we're all doing during our daily professional tasks, and it takes a different set of skills. Acknowledging that, I think, is important, and doing something about it is important as well.
It's really helpful to create the social norms, not just that support these open and honest conversations, but actually encourage it. And so it's just been really great for us to get to know each other at a different level. Often we see each other not just with KConnect, but at other tables. And so really getting to know each other and knowing where we're going, where we are, is really important.
Even though KConnect is a systems level type of initiative across the community, it's going to be individuals that are going to help make the changes and close the disparities within the community that we're trying to address. And so we have to do our own work.
The most impactful part of this experience has been the truth telling, and the fact that we are able to, with one another, to really tell our truth. And I'm not so sure prior to the leadership experience that we would have been as candid as we have been.
Learning about the other board members, where they come from. Everybody has a different background and a different why. We all talked about our why and what brings us here and what brings us to this work. And I think we make a lot of assumptions about each other and think we know where each other come from, and we don't.
I found the most impactful part of this experience to be the discussions on trust and what it takes to gain the community's trust in this work. I think it's foundational to the needles we're trying to move when it comes to improving the lives of children and their families. I think it's a foundational issue for us, and that we're facing it head on, I think, is really important.
What are our values, and what do those values mean? That we have shared definition of courage and equity and hope and trust and compassion, and that we will live those out at the table, but also at the other tables that we're a part of. Because I think what's interesting about KConnect, because it is systems work, we're part of a lot of different systems. We are not just the trustees, but all of those watching this video, we are part of a system. And so how are we going to show up for those values in our everyday conversation, whether it's at home, in community, at the workplace, or with KConnect?
Well, we just have to, in terms of how this can be accelerated, we have to make sure that we keep these types of conversations, that we keep authentic questions, that we keep the goals of KConnect and understanding that there are racial disparities that exist across this work, whether it's education or wealth or health, and that we're using this time of trust building, we're using this time of working on ourselves as a body, but as well as individuals, to keep that going so that this just isn't a moment in time, and this isn't just extra hours that we're putting in here in 2019, but this actually contributes to the overall work and ideally the support of the organizations in the community that are really working every day and really see systemic change here in Kent County.
As we join together to create more equitable systems for children in Kent County, the KConnect Board of Trustees continues to be a strong advocate for change, willing to work in collaboration with our entire community. Their commitment provides the network with the support necessary to continue striving every day to make Kent County a better place for everyone to live and thrive.